Number 3.
Number 3.
So we've been doing all right. May?
Yeah, May has been a good month for blind tasting anyways.
It's hard to say. So we've got a red wine.
Yeah.
Looks
quite a-
purpley.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your glass because you've got way better light than me.
I do actually. Maybe that's what why we're doing better here. Our light sources is
It's a very full pour, so it's hard to tell. Dark. Oh, medium plus intensity, I guess. It's not super, super dark.
I don't think there's any purple. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
Okay, so red, purple, blue.
Yeah.
I was more looking for like you to say one of those.
Oh, I was gonna say yeah, all of the above. I don't know. Red with
Ruby.
I think it's just ruby.
It's just ruby?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really super bluey.
Yeah.
So why would we look at whether or not there's purple or blue flecks in it?
It would help determine what kind of grapes were used.
Right, right.
So I mean, Malbec, Syrah, Shiraz usually have more of that purpley hue. Shiraz more of that blue.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not saying this is if it is, but in a blend, for example, you get kind of different aspects of color. So you get like a really bright red and then kind of a purple as it fades, right? Because of different grapes. So.
And if it was a grape that had thicker skins, concentration of color would be quite a bit deeper.
Right, exactly.
Like if it was Cabernet Sauvignon, it'd be very, very dark.
Yeah, especially with old world cab, sometimes they get almost opaque in their color because they're so thick.
And extraction as well, right?
Yes.
Extraction of color from the skins, that also plays a role.
Of course.
So there's a lot of things going through our head as we're looking at even just the color or the viscosity on the glass, which the viscosity is pretty thick. You can see it just tearing and like sticking to the glass, eh?
Yeah, so that is definite evidence that we're gonna have a nice ripe wine.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be right. Ooh, I like the smell of that.
Oh, I do. I think it's been a while since I've had something like this.
Really? Okay, so cedar.
I was just about to say cedar.
Mm-hmm.
Beat me to it.
This has a familiarity to me that's like it's either California or it's Canadian. Just that familiarity. There's nothing really concrete about it. But.
I was going something completely.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What were you thinking? Like Bordeaux?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Bordeaux, that's familiar for me as well, so.
It's all relative.
I guess they're all familiar. But I do
is
have
there anything not familiar?
I do have certain fondnesses for certain regions, though, right?
Yeah.
So, Bordeaux, California being a couple of them. But I think, though, that because of that viscosity, I'm going to go more New World even before we really get into it.
Huh. Okay.
What? This is so familiar to me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So are you already knowing what it is?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've smelled it before, though.
Yeah, well, we smelled most of these wines before.
It smells like the Pulper Grove CSM.
CSM.
Or is it just the M?
Just the M.
Being Merlot.
Hard to say.
We don't take our jobs too seriously, if you can't tell.
Definitely not. Competition, though, very different
Okay,
story.
chocolate, coffee. Are you getting the Merlot vibes?
A little bit.
Merlot also ripens 1 full % higher than Cabernet Sauvignon does.
That's true.
So that alcohol
Mhm.
is leading me to Merlot as well.
Yeah, and Merlot usually has that kind of really deep to medium ruby kind of extraction color to it. So maybe we're right on, or maybe we're onto something here.
Ooh. Feeling good. Yeah. This is a Canadian Merlot.
Canadian Merlot, huh? I don't know. Something about it is pulling me to Old
Bordeaux.
World. Yeah.
Could be. I mean, it definitely could be because they do kind of mimic the style, right?
They totally do.
So let's have another sip and check the acidity.
Okay.
Because the Okanagan's climate, if it is Canadian, they have hot days, so really nice and ripe. That would be
Would help
a
with
check
that,
mark
for
for
sure.
the viscosity, for the alcohol. And then the cool nights help promote acidity, retention of the acidity of the grapes.
Yeah.
So let's have another sip.
All right. Pay attention to the acidity, right? So that's your mouth watering. So that's what we want to really listen to when we're tasting this one.
Medium tannin, medium acid, medium body, medium plus. I'm gonna up to pluses, I think, on most things there.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say the tannin is a little bit stronger.
Could be some cab in here. Cab Franc.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking right bank Bordeaux.
You think it's a blend?
I think so.
Could be.
Hard to say.
I don't think it is though because it's not deep enough in color. So I'm going Merlot.
Straight Merlot, huh? Canadian Merlot.
Yep.
Okay.
It's the familiarity, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're right on the money with like the chocolate, the coffee. It's very the high alcohol. I think it's quite high on this. I think that all the things are pointing to Merlot. It's just from where. So I'm gonna have one more sip. See if you can.
Australian?
Australian Merlot, maybe.
I don't think it's a blend.
No, you think it's single varietal?
That could be a blend.
We just never know, right?
I know. Finish is long. It's quite nice. Could be Aussie Merlot.
I get this kind of stony minerality on the back end that for me is I think it's something that French wine usually has. It's kind of like a bitter slate. And to me, I'm just thinking, I just keep thinking Bordeaux. So
That's fair. It could be.
yeah, it's hard to, I don't know. I have no idea what it is. So.
So there's a few things we know for sure.
Okay.
Well, not necessarily for sure. There's a few things we're confident in.
I was
and
gonna
that
say we'd like to know for sure.
it's a Merlot or a Merlot dominant wine.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So you think it's a Bordeaux, you think it's a right bank Bordeaux, which is Merlot dominant.
Whereas left bank would be Cabernet dominant. So.
I think just based on that initial instinct of smelling it and that familiarity for me is going to solidify my choice of a
Okay.
Canadian Merlot.
Canadian Merlot.
Yeah.
I.
Based on the wines we have in the store though, it could be Aussie.
It could be, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
They would share. I mean, an Aussie Merlot would have, I would say, a little bit more mocha than the coffee.
Well, I would think it would have more of like a coconut American oak.
Mhm.
And the reason why I'm being led away from that is because I think that it probably has more French oak.
I was gonna say, I think this is French oak.
Yeah,
Or so,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stick Canadian.
Okay.
You're gonna stick Bordeaux?
I'm gonna stick with my right bank Bordeaux.
It's not from Spain, it's not from Italy, it's not from the United States.
It could very well be from
think
all
it
those
is.
places. No, I don't think it is either. I'm happy with my choice.
Canada, Merlot.
French, right bank Bordeaux.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh god, we're both wrong.
Yeah, we're totally both wrong. Oh god. Okay, what do we got here?
At the end of the day, it's a good wine. That's what
Oh,
we're
I think
having
this
fun.
is delicious.
And we're having fun.
Always having fun.
That's
When
what
do we ever
matters.
not have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. It is
Ah, I got it
right bank Bordeaux.
No shit.
Look at that.
Well done, Adam.
Whew.
Yeah.
I'm sweating over here.
I give us both a point for that.
I agree.
I've
I think we
definitely
did a
had
great
this
job
wine
on that
before,
one.
and
Yeah.
that gets a check mark, and I knew
I
that.
was gonna say we have tasted this before.
Many times.
Many times.
Yeah. This is a great vintage.
Yeah, it is absolutely. So, and this is a 2060.
Mhm.
But this is from Chateau Two Bayard. So this is a right bank Merlot dominant wine from Bordeaux.
Montaigne Saint-Emilion.
Yeah,
It's tasty.
I like it. I like Bordeaux. Though, so.
Yeah.
You're more of a left bank drinker.
I am more.
I'm more of a right
drinker.
bank, so maybe that's where that helped.
I hope you guys like this wine. From what I know about this vintage, the producer said that it's one of the warmest, one of the best vintages that they've produced. So, I mean, I can see why it would mimic something from the New World from the temperature of the 2016 vintage.
Right, exactly.
So if you guessed New World, then it was an excellent guess as well.
Yeah,
What's the ABV?
14.5,
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Good wine.
yeah.
Cheers, y'all.
Yeah, we'll see you at wine number 4.
Number 4.